All right. Namaste, everyone, and welcome to this full moon meditation. So, before we start, let us ask for divine blessings to the Supreme God, to the Divine Father, Divine Mother, to Lord Mahaguruji Meling, to Master Chua Koksui, to all the great ones, all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, healing ministers, spiritual helpers, to the beings of light, and to all the great ones, to Lord Christ, to Lord Buddha, to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, to the hierarchy of White Brotherhood. We thank you for your priceless blessings, for your divine guidance, help, healing, and protection. Thank you for your divine love and mercy. Thank you for blessing us with tremendous prosperity and abundance, with physical healing and inner healing. Thank you for blessing us with a kind and generous heart, an intelligent mind, and a powerful will that we may serve others. In full faith, we thank you. All right, so welcome once again. Now, this is one of the most powerful full moons of the year, the third most powerful full moon of the year, followed by the one we had last month, which is the full moon of Wesak. Now, for those who are joining us for the first time, a very quick about why we always meditate on the full moon, especially on the full moon. So it is said that full moon is a time of an opportunity or crisis. Crisis because people who are not aware, we live in a world where most people still respond or live by their emotions, right? So when the energy comes down, so on a full moon day, the downpour of energy is much more than a normal day. So this energy acts like a fertilizer, which then the weeds which we have, they grow. And hence, the so-called negative tendencies with some people becomes magnified. For example, if somebody is sad, they become even more sad on this day. Somebody who has a tendency to get angry, they get even angrier. That's where the phrase called the werewolf syndrome comes from. Okay. And if you have seen the movies, they always show that this so-called wolf is always on the full moon day. It is essentially depicting, the magnification of negative qualities. Okay. So in that sense, it's a crisis. It's also an opportunity for those who are aware of this energy coming down and focusing what they want within themselves to be cleansed, to be purified. On a normal day, if you are meditating, maybe you are under a tap. But on a full moon day, when you're meditating, it is almost like you are under a waterfall. So something like that. So it has a deeper purification. So that is why it is also an opportunity for those who know. Right then. So now every full moon, before we meditate, we try to give short teachings about some topic. And let's talk about this significance of this full moon itself. Okay. Now, this full moon is also called the full moon of goodwill. It is also called the festival of humanity, the full moon of Christ, just as the previous full moon was called the full moon of Buddha, right? And prior to that was the full moon of Easter, the full moon of Aries that we call it, right? So full moon of Aries was the full moon of Easter, which was followed by the full moon of Taurus, which was the full moon of Vesak or full moon of Buddha. And then this festival, which is the festival of goodwill, or the full moon of goodwill, is called the full moon of Christ. Now, these three full moons are considered to be the most powerful ones. The first one, which came in the month of April, full moon of Aries, is an opportunity for us to start preparing to receive. So many of you would have participated in and practiced in purifications and other practices to prepare yourself for the Vesak. During Vesak, we receive, prepare, receive. And this whole month, the energy of Vesak is not limited to only the day of Vesak as such, but also it extends beyond that. So we receive. And now comes the time of distribution. So this is a very, very important aspect of this festival. Okay. Now, each full moon has its own unique qualities, if you will, that you know, um, that help to evoke or germinate within us. Now, this full moon evokes something quite unique in a way. There are two or three key words that you might want to understand. The first one is love. Since this is the full moon of Christ, Christ represents love. The previous full moon, by the way, which was the full moon of Buddha, was the full moon of, or it evokes the energy of wisdom, love. Whereas this full moon, which is full moon of Christ, evokes the energy of love, wisdom. Okay. Now, what is love here? I mean, are we talking about a romantic love or love between two people, something like that? No. This love is much higher. Of course, it starts, maybe at a lower level of love, in the sense that when I say lower, it doesn't mean negative. It's just that when two people love each other, that is one level of love, but then the love evolves. So this festival is supposed to bring the love which is free from so-called sentiments and emotions and personal emphasis. Okay. The love which is being talked about here is a love that sacrifices and understands, okay, the need of the larger world around us. Okay. This love which acts with strength and decision, and then it works on the behalf of the whole, meaning this is not really a personal love that we're talking about. So Christ, of course, embodied universal love. So one quality which gets triggered or kind of stimulated within us during this month is that kind of a love. Okay. Universal love, sacrificial love. The other thing is the resurrection. Now, again, when we talk about Christ, there is the resurrection was a very major event in the life of Christ, or rather, so-called after the life of Christ. But what is this meaning of resurrection here? The resurrection means essentially the new beginning of livingness. Okay. Of Christ, of course, in the legends we talk about the Christ being resurrected, but living or the life more abundantly. Okay. Going back to the real values that we have, the virtues. So this full moon also evokes or stimulates a new sense of looking at our world in a different way, perhaps to reflect more on what matters to you as your values. What values do you live by? And then you start focusing on them. And maybe there is a newer you that starts to live, resurrects, come to the surface. Okay, so that's the so-called resurrection. The third, which is very interesting, is called contact. The keyword is contact. What is this contact about? Contact of a closer relationship between the Christ and his people. Who are his people? All of us. Christ is again in one way symbolic, the love aspect, right? So those who are ready, it is also quite possible that when the hierarchy, as we talk about that in the esoteric parlance, the hierarchy of white brotherhood, the hierarchy of higher beings, and so on, they may try to contact you. What is the meaning of contact? Maybe you would have newer ideas. Maybe you would start looking at things differently again, which is going back to the resurrection part also, right? And then you will be inspired to do something, which is again going back to the first one, which is love, which is not just only good for you, but good for the larger world around you, the larger society around you. Okay. Now, the way this festival works, or this full moon is so important because in the previous full moon, in the full moon of Vesak, which is full moon of Buddha, it almost like imagine as if Lord Buddha sounded or sent out a certain type of energy. Now, Christ, being his brother in the work, is the first one to receive that kind of energy. Okay. And under the guidance of the hierarchy, under the guidance of the Christ, so-called the Christ principle, this energy then gets distributed and produces 7 great results corresponding to the 7 rays of or the 7 sub rays, okay, that we have, which means this energy of the full moon will evoke perhaps some of these or many of these qualities or the aspects within you. What are these 7 great results? I'll keep it very short so that at least you get a glimpse of it and maybe get inspired. And if you experience something similar happening, you know what is happening or why is it happening. So the first one, the first great result which is talked about is the power. The power is given to the disciples of the world. To do what? So that they can wisely and efficiently work towards the process of rebuilding, which means each one of us have a role to play. If you're truly ready and if you're really receptive and have and in a way ready to receive, then the power is given to you. Maybe you will have some kind of a stimulus within you that will make you think, you know what, I need to do something to change whatever it is, whatever small or big change you want to bring about in the life of a person besides you, in your family, or again in a larger sense. Okay, so you have the power or the will to go forward. That is the first thing that can happen. The other thing is the will to love. Will to love. Okay, now this may stimulate the goodwill within humanity in at large, or within you. Of course, we are all part of humanity, which then to do what? So that we can overcome the hatred, okay, and seek to live more cooperatively. Okay, now again, if it is not overnight process, of course, but then if you are ready to receive, you get that seed, you get that stimulus, and slowly you start thinking about, how can I be more um, cordial, more cooperative, more loving, more understanding towards people around me. The will to love. The third great result is the will to action. Action to do what? Now, this kind of thing will lead the intelligent people throughout the world to really lay the foundation of a newer, better world, happier world. Again, these are all, of course, connected, right? Um, Intelligent people means this energy goes towards those people who are much more uh, mentally oriented. A lot of people, they are those thinkers, and they work with big ideas and so on. So hopefully, year after year, this full moon brings that energy, which then lays the foundation for the better world. In fact, some of you would remember we talked about Vesak last month, where we said that the Vesak which just passed by happens or comes only once in 100 years. Why? Because apparently, in the inner world, uh, in one such event, which happened in the last Vesak, in the last month, the masters and the hierarchy in the inner world comes together to lay the seeds of the next 100 years. How does the humanity progress? So the will to action is again those kind of energies implanted in those people who are those thinkers. Okay. The fourth great result is the will to cooperate. Why is everything prefixed by will? Without will, you don't do anything at all, right? Will to cooperate. This may stimulate the tendency of you or humanity at large to desire and demand right human relationships. Okay. Again, more cordial relationships, being more tolerant, being more patient, being more flexible, being more understanding in your relationships. Cooperate, will to cooperate. The fifth great result that hopefully will be produced is the will to know and to think correctly and creatively. Correctly and creatively. Again, you have to understand that wisdom is an outcome of knowledge. So knowledge is the first step towards wisdom. Okay. So the energy of this full moon, year after year, hopefully will stimulate the will to know. Will to know means some people, they just sit, they don't want to learn anything on their own. But hopefully this energy will make you think, and stimulate the aspect of accurate perception within you, which you can then express in the physical world with your emotions, with your thoughts. The sixth great result this kind of energy produces is the will to persevere, persist, which is an aspect of devotion in a way, if you think about it. Instead of giving up, because sometimes when, especially for the people on the spiritual path, when things are tough, when the going gets tough, there is a saying, right? When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So the will to persist is what will make you keep going. Okay. And you would have that persistent belief in the ideals of the hierarchy, so-called again. Okay. Which will, you know, make you, in a way, bring that inner strength and courage within you. Okay. And kind of a realization that what is happening is for a reason, So you persist. You may not know the reason right now, what is happening with you or around you or with you, but there is always a reason, and a good one at, at it. Okay. The will to persist. And the final thing is the will to organize. Will to organize means, again, these are some lofty ideas perhaps for some of you, but in its own lower manifestations, they will probably manifest in our lives. The will to organize essentially means, we work together in a more subconsciously, in a more structured way. Step by step, we purify ourselves. Step by step, we take steps to change the world around us, and so on. Okay, the will to work together and to organize. Okay, so hopefully, again, this full moon, which comes year after year, will bring these changes in the world. Okay, now one more thing before we meditate. This particular full moon is also called the World Invocation Day, the Great Invocation Day. Okay, now since 1952, in fact, it is. In fact, I think this Great Invocation, which you see behind me, also the chart, was given to humanity, I think, in 1945, and since 1952, apparently, this particular full moon has been also observed as the World Invocation Day, which is like an appeal for the reappearance of Christ. Again, it is not about a physical reappearance or anything. It is the quality of Christ, love. So these are just some of the ideas we just wanted to share with you today. The full moon of goodwill, which means you have the will to do good, not just goodwill, but the will to do good. Okay, full moon of Christ, the love aspect within, and of course the invocation, which is like we invoke the blessings that we become the Christ, in a sense that we develop those kind of qualities within us. Okay, so right then, so we will meditate, shall we? So since it is the World Invocation Day, we will do the Great Invocation first, followed by a short meditation, which will help us to distribute the energies of light, love, and power to the people around us and world around us. Okay, so close your eyes. Raise your hands in blessing. Keep your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. Now keep your awareness in between your eyebrows, the Agnya chakra. Silently repeat after me. You may also visualize Mother Earth in front of you. Those who are doing this for the first time, be aware that the energy that you will receive will pass through your hands to Mother Earth. So let us begin. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men, the human beings. Let light descend on earth. We will chant Om. Om. Now be aware of your forehead. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. Let us chant Om. Om. Now be aware of top of your head, the crown chakra. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the human beings. The purpose which the masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. Let us chant Om once again. You can chant verbally. When you're chanting Om, chant verbally. Om. From the center, which we call the race of men, the human race, let the plan of love be aware of your forehead and light, Agnya, work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Om. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth. So be it, so be it, so be it. Let us chant Om 3 times. For the first one, be aware of your crown. For the second one, be aware of your forehead. For the third, be aware of your Agnya. Let us chant. Om. 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 You may put your hands down. Be aware of the stillness. Put your hands in the Namaste Mudra on your heart. Putting the Namaste Mudra on your heart stimulates the flame of love in the heart. This helps to quieten your emotional and mental nature. Be aware of the flame of love in your heart. Be aware that your emotions and your thoughts are settling down. Be aware of the inner peace. Now gently be aware of a flame in your lower chakras. This is a flame of instinct. The flame from the lower chakras rises up, going to your heart, to your throat, to your ajna, which is the area between the eyebrows, and finally to the center of your head. The two flames from the lower chakras and the heart chakra are merged at the center of the head. This stimulates your instinct to be loving. Be still. Be aware of this flame. Be aware of life and existence around you. As you become aware of this flame, be aware of the inner silence. Be aware that this energy of the flame is rising upwards out of your head, going higher and higher. Do not force it, just allow it to happen on its own. Higher, higher. Be aware of the vastness of the universe. Allow your consciousness to rise and expand. You are here and there simultaneously. Be aware of the divine light, divine love, and divine strength. Gently come back 12 inches above your head to the center of your head, to your heart. Be aware of all the beings around you, whether in the subtle world, subtle beings, in the mental world, emotional world, etheric world, etheric beings. Gently raise your hands in blessing. Just be aware that the energy of the flame from your heart is expanding, is radiating throughout your surroundings. Again, don't force it. Allow this energy to radiate on its own. To your entire room, to your home, outside your home. Fill your entire surrounding with peace. Just let the energy radiate. Be aware that this energy is extending. Let these blessings reach to all the beings around you, to the entire city where you live. Just radiate the energies of peace. Let it extend to the country where you live, to the entire earth. So be it. Let the entire earth be filled with peace. So be it. Let this energy reach the heart of all human beings, stimulating their hearts, gentleness, loving kindness, Extend these energies to your immediate surroundings, softening, stimulating the hearts of all the mental, emotional, and etheric beings around you. So be it. It is also softening your heart, bringing your heart into greater peace, bringing your heart in a state of harmony, removing any energies of or any antagonistic feelings within you, filling your mind, your emotions, your instincts, making you aware of your unity with all the beings. You say, we are one, we are one, we are one. All the beings, whether they are in the mental world, astral world, etheric world, you are in harmony with all of them. So be it. These energies are bringing your heart in a state of goodwill, removing any ill will. Be aware of this energy spreading to all the beings around you, to the entire earth. So be it. Just continue radiating. Beings on the ground, under the ground, beings of the valleys, mountains, rivers, lakes, oceans, forests, trees, stones, plants, beings of the animal kingdom, human kingdom. Just be aware of this tremendous outreaching love, kindness, harmlessness, friendliness, and goodwill. So it is. Be aware of the presence of love, kindness, friendliness, goodness in your heart, merging you, melting you, connecting you with everything around you. So be it. Merging you with all the plants and trees, merging your presence, your consciousness to the different forms of animal lives, enabling you to sense the divine life and divine presence in the stones, the rocks, the soils, the waters of the entire earth. the very air that we breathe. You are sensing the presence of divine life in all the plants, all the animal kingdom. So be it. Oh, so be it. Put your hands down. Be still. Be aware. Gently, slowly move your fingers, move your feet, move your toes. Let us do the rooting. Be aware of the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. Be aware of light coming out of your base of the spine and the soles of your feet going into Mother Earth. May Mother Earth be blessed. May Mother Earth be revitalized and regenerated. So be it. I am connected and rooted to Mother Earth. So be it. Let us give thanks to the Supreme God, to the Divine Father, Divine Mother, to Lord, Maha, Guruji Meiling, to Master Chua Kok Sui, to all the great ones, all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, healing ministers, spiritual helpers, to the beings of light, and to all the great ones. We thank you for your priceless blessings. Thank you in full faith. Right, you may gently open your eyes. Now, by the way, we hope you're okay, feeling quite at peace. Now, in the meditation, we receive a lot of energy, which can also be then utilized for blessing of our wishes, our projects. So if you have your wishes written down, your projects, your Kriya Shaktis, those who have them, please keep it in front of you. If you don't have it, just simply think of your wish, as many as you like, visualize the end result, and let us just project the energies. Let us use the group energies to bless all of them. Just visualize that golden energy coming out of your hands, your palms, going towards your wishes. Also in your mind, be aware that everybody has their own wishes and projects, right? So bless the wishes of others also. May all your wishes be blessed. May they be materialized fully, properly, and rapidly. So be it. In the name of Supreme God, in the name of Lord Maha Guruji Meiling, in the name of Master Chua Koksui, so be it. As your heart desires, so it is. May all your wishes be blessed. May all your rightful needs be met for the rest of your lifetimes. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Om. Amen. Amen. Tathastu. So it is. So it is. Release the energy. Say cut, cut, cut. All right. You may gently open your eyes. Some of you, if you want to continue meditating for some more time, you can still do that after the session. Be in the silence for as long as you like. But after that, please, all of you, make sure you do your physical exercises. Massage your face nicely. Massage your eyes. Okay. Gently squeeze your ears. Massage the back of your head and your scalp. Massage your neck. Tap your shoulders. Massage your right hand and the left hand. Tap your liver. Tap your kidneys. And massage your legs. After that, please do gentle body shaking exercises. Move all your joints. And if you still feel heavy, just in case, so you can do more rooting. All right. So thank you once again for joining us for this full moon meditation. We hope you enjoy this. Do write back to us with your feedback. If you want to revisit some of these teachings and the meditation, it will be on the YouTube. Do subscribe it so that you keep getting the notifications in the future as well. Okay. So thank you once again. Take very, very good care of yourselves. God blessings will be with you. Master's blessings be with all of you and your family. Take care. Atma Namaste.